Where did I drop it?
Thea crouched in the leaves and skimmed her palms across the ground. She retraced her movements. She knew she had been holding it right until the arrow came flying at her.
I'm such an imbecile. Dropping things when surprised is not the trait of a formidable warrior.
Thea circled the entire arrow-speared tree, sifting through the leaf litter, convinced that the dagger had to be somewhere nearby, even if she had kicked it during her getaway. But as she searched, a roiling sensation built in her stomach. She scoured the forest floor more frantically, tracing her steps further back than she truly thought realistic. At last, she fell to her knees on the damp earth and stared at her empty hands.
Fuck.
A chill crept along her skin, and her scalp prickled, forcing her to look up. Her throat seized. For leaning against a tree, clad in his black warrior leathers, was Wilder Hawthorne, twirling her dagger between his long, tattooed fingers.
Looking for this?
Every part of Thea shrieked at her to flee, but she was rooted on the spot, still on her knees in the dirt. Hawthorne's silver gaze pierced hers, and he took a powerful step towards her, a towering wall of muscle.
Not going to deny it?
Thea scrambled to her feet, her heart racing to the point of pain, her mouth welded shut.
Do you even know what this is? What it means?
He twirled the dagger again. Up close, he appeared even fiercer than he had up on the cliffs and in the hall. His face was all unforgiving lines and the promise of violence. His square jaw sharpened by his dark beard, and his eyes brimmed with an unbroken storm beneath long black lashes. Again, she chose not to speak.
What could I say that he would believe? That he would understand?
She was an alchemist, a poor one at that. She had broken the guild's laws, and as Seb had put it, she was an insult to Thezmarr.
I have no business with any dagger, let alone...
She glanced around them at the empty forest.
Maybe... if I...
You can try to run if you like.
There was a cruel glimmer of amusement in his eyes, almost a tear.
But you forget what I am.
Thea struggled to swallow the lump in her throat. No matter how hard she had trained in secret, no matter how well she had learned the mysteries of the Bloodwoods, before her stood a war sword of Thezmarr.
There's no way out.
Hawthorne sheathed her dagger at his belt, watching each realization as they dawned on her face.
Are you going to come to the fortress willingly? Or would you prefer to suffer the indignity of me throwing you over my shoulder and carrying you?
At that, Thea lifted her chin.
I'll walk.
Good.
They didn't speak as they trekked through the Bloodwoods, but Thea kept glancing at her dagger in his belt.
Must I have been so stupid?
Her prized possession had been taken from her, and she was on her way to face the punishment she had long feared but never imagined would come to pass. Had she been that naive? As reckless and foolish as Ren so often told her?
Apparently so.
As she walked at the war sword's side, his commanding figure cast long shadows before them across the ground. Effortless power thrummed from him, and she couldn't help the charged energy that simmered in her veins, or the fluttering sensation in her chest when she looked at him. As cold and unflinching as he appeared, swords strapped to his back and jaw set, something about him heated her blood. Even now, his silver eyes slid to her, as though he could sense her body's traitorous response to him.
Is there something you need to say?
Thea, you idiot!
Her future at Thezmarr was at stake, and she was ogling the very war sword who might end it all?
No.
She eyed her dagger, now sheathed at his waist.
Good.
And so, in the shadow of a mighty war sword, Althea Zoltaire walked to her doom.